How are we all? How has your past week been? I'm starting to confuse myself. I mean, anybody that knows me knows that that's not really a revelation. No, I said revelation. But I don't know what day of the week I'm on anymore. I don't know what podcast I'm recording anymore. I don't know what day it's meant to go out, what time it's meant to go out, what its name is, what my name is, what I'm supposed to be doing in this lifetime. I am losing the plot. So yes, I went to start the wrong podcast and then realised it's Wednesday. It's Reboot Your Thoughts Day. Get thinking. Get recording. Get doing something. So, welcome back to Reboot Your Thoughts podcast. If you don't know, Reboot Your Business podcast is now available. We just put out episode 2 this week. That goes out on a Monday at 7 a.m. Yep, I forgot to put my phone on silent. I mean, I'm not taking the blame for that one. Everybody knows that at this time, on this day, I'm always recording. Yeah, without fail, it's always the same people. Always the same people that try and get in touch with me. And it's never anything important. I mean, I know we would all moan if nobody got in touch with us, but let me do my work, please. I beg of you. It takes long enough for me to figure out what I'm doing with it. People stressing me out. So, are you all enjoying these blue skies? Can I just say I'm excited because I get my first washing out? I think I've told you this before. That's the one thing I was looking forward to. And I got it out the other day. Then I went to put one out today and I've ended up too busy. I've not got it out, so I'm in all day tomorrow because my oven has decided it no longer wants to cook, a bit like myself. So I've got an engineer coming out tomorrow, so I'm stuck in all day waiting for him or whoever coming, robots, I don't know. So hopefully I'll have an oven by tomorrow night. Sick of it. It's always money, isn't it? But always. You go on a good wee run and then somebody goes, do you know what, let's just mix it up a wee bit for you, let's just rattle those cages. So who has noticed that everybody's smiling just now? Everybody's in a much better mood, and we all know why. It's because, well, I'm talking about in the UK. Obviously other countries just get better weather than us. Full stop, period, end of, forever, till the end of time. But everybody's in a much better mood. I mean, I'm mainly always quite cheery anyway, until somebody wants to burst my bubble. Somebody wants to pee you off. I'm one of these people that when I walk by somebody, if they make eye contact with me, I either smile or say hi. Like, I can't just walk by people. And my son hates it because he's always in that fear that, oh no, but she knows them and they're going to start talking to her. Don't do this to me. Because I talk to everybody, in case I've never told you that before. It's good to talk. Do you remember that advert? I'm not advertising the company, but there was an advert that used to be on the TV in the UK, and their slogan was, it's good to talk. So I'm just going by what they're telling me. So I was taught all my life via that advert. We were in the bank this morning, and there was a wee elderly couple in front of us getting served, and the wee man just stood and talked and talked and talked, and I could see myself. He's like, "Has he ever got sharp?" I says, "This is what happens when you get stuck behind older people, because they find somebody that wants to talk to them, and they don't let them go." They're there forever. And you could see the teller, she kept looking over as if to say, "I'm sorry," and I'm like, "It's alright, listen, you could be the only person that wee man speaks to today." Do you know what I mean? Like, give somebody your time and they'll appreciate it. I mean, I couldn't tell you what he was talking about, but I think he was just, every time a conversation finished, his wee brain was going, right, what can I talk about next? God love him. So yes, we waited there for ages while that wee man got his full week's worth of conversation out. and we were literally in and out. Like, we were served less than 10 seconds. It was funny. And I think my son was glad of that, because he's like, oh, she could have talked for ages as well. I mean, it's part of my job. So I'm just keeping up rapport, because I never know, one of these people that I could walk by somebody in the street and they might think, oh, she's pure ignorant, and then it could end up being one of my clients one day. You just listen, you never know. You never know what somebody's going through. It doesn't cost you anything to say hello and get a wee smile, a wee nod of the head. Walk by somebody, a wee nod of the head. So yes, that is that. But what I was going to say was, till I changed the subject, everybody always smiles more. Everybody's always in a better mood and more willing to talk and more willing to do things. Obviously, when the weather's better. As I said that, the sun's just decided to start shining again, because we were getting a bit grey, a bit cloudy again. And it's all to do with how the weather affects your mood. I mean, if it's dull and grey and raining, it's not going to cheer you up, is it? I mean, even snow, it can still be, the sun can be splitting the skies and it's snowing. And then when the sun bounces off the snow and makes it like so bright, although it's freezing outside, and although you maybe don't necessarily want the snow, there's still a nice atmosphere about the snow. There's still something nice about it. It's lovely to look at, not so nice to drive in or walk in. Especially as you're getting older and you may be scared to go out if it's icy. And that's the other thing, like a lot of people, and I'm not just saying older people, like maybe people with disabilities or with any kind of health issue, they might be stuck in during the winter, and maybe it's only when the weather gets better that they can go out. There's also, I can't remember the name of it, there's also a condition where some people, that literally, they can't expose themselves to outdoors, because, and it's very, very rare. There's, I wouldn't even want to be able to like take a guess at how rare it was. I watched a documentary about it, and it was a child at the time. There'll be an adult now, I'm sure. And I don't think it's, I don't want to say 100%, it's not life limiting. I don't think it is, but I wouldn't want to like give misinformation out. But I remember this person, they literally had to be, every bit of their skin had to be covered to go outside. Almost like a hazmat suit, something like that. They had to physically be covered, because if any of their skin was exposed to, I don't know if it was sunlight or if it was like just the outdoor atmosphere in general as a whole, then their skin would blister and peel off. So that's another thing, isn't it? Like, there's so many rare conditions out there that none of us really know about, unless like that you've watched it on a documentary, you've read about it, or you actually know somebody that's going through it. You don't realise how much people can be held back just doing everyday things. Like, we take it for granted that we can just go a walk to the shops or jump in our car, or if you've maybe got an electric wheelchair, you use your wheelchair to go to the shops, or make arrangements to go and meet friends or family or whatever else. But there's a lot of people that actually can't do that, and I don't just mean people that are that need carers or anything to go with them. I don't even just mean that. I just mean in general, there's a lot of people. I mean, even with mental health, there's a lot of people that they literally can't step foot outside. They can't open their front door. They have so much anxiety, so much fear. They're almost, if you want to say, scared of their own shadow. They're worried about who they might bump into. And I don't even mean somebody bad or somebody that they don't like, or somebody, even somebody they do get on with or somebody they do like. they won't even want to bump into them, because then if they start talking to them, then they need to stand there and talk, and it's like even more anxiety for them. So what most of us take for granted, and by the way, I was one of the people. What age am I? So you're going back 15, 20 years ago, even less than that at points. I was that person who struggled to go outside my front door, struggled to answer the door, maybe at times wouldn't even answer the phone, because you always knew the people who were going to try and make arrangements with you, didn't you? But yeah, we all go through situations where, not all of us, some people, and I'm not saying you sail through life, but you maybe don't have as many struggles as others. Although any struggle, when you're going through it, seems like the end of the world to most people, and maybe don't necessarily see the light at the end of the tunnel, especially at the beginning. And obviously we know there's a lot of people who don't ever see the light at the end of the tunnel, and unfortunately they're maybe not here anymore, because they've made certain decisions to kind of take that into their own hands, which is sad. And again, I was one of the people, and I've said it before, it's just certain circumstances meant that I'm still here today. And I don't want to make this all doom and gloom, because it's not. I want to show that this time of year especially cheers people up. And I'm not saying people that are depressed are going to be cheered up by, or people that are going through any kind of mental health struggle are going to be cheered up because of the sun. I don't mean that, because they really aren't. The sun isn't going to make everything okay for them. A bit of sunlight does not take away your trauma or your issues. But for others, it will make you feel a bit better, because a lot of people genuinely struggle in the winter, and it really affects their mood. As well, you start seeing more colour, don't you? You're going into the shops, whether it be the supermarket or whether it be a clothes shop or whatever it may be, and you're seeing a lot more brighter colours. You'll see a lot of yellows, you see a lot of pastel colours now. You see all the Easter eggs, you see all the Easter bunnies and all the Easter bunting and things like that. So there's different things, and obviously, now this is where I get confused, because I think, now I watched somebody in America, and she's southern somewhere, Texas away. She's not in Texas, I don't think, but she's that direction. And I'm sure I heard her saying yesterday their clocks have changed. I don't know if they went back or went forward. Ours go forward. I think it's the end of this month. I'm almost positive it's the end of this month. I know it's roughly March, April. So we'll have daylight for an hour longer. Say an hour longer. We'll have daylight for longer. So yeah. And then you're going to start seeing all the washing, dancing outside, swinging. Right, so I told you earlier, I put a washing out the other day. My first washing. What day are we on? Wednesday, so it must have been Monday. I put a washing out for the first time this year. Super excited. And I was looking, and I'm going, do you know that way that your pegs don't last that long? So every year if you're like me, every year you need to update your pegs. So the pegs clearly weren't holding on to the towels strong enough, because there was a bit of a wind, to be fair. So every other towel, it was hanging by one corner, so I had to go out and fix them. And I'm standing, I was on the phone to my wee cousin at the time, and I'm standing and I'm looking, and I'm like, there's something not right about this. She's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, I've got a whole towel missing, and could I see that towel? Nah. And I'm like, who comes and steals a towel? And I would have seen them, I would have heard them coming in, because my gate's a metal gate, so you hear if somebody's opening it. I'm like, I would have heard somebody coming in, so nobody's come in and stole a towel. Nobody's going to steal a wet towel anyway, are they? Well, maybe they will, I don't know. And then I'm looking, it was lying on the grass, but the reason I didn't see it was because it was also green. Doesn't help, it was blending in. I thought, oh, trust me. I mean, my sight's not the best at the minute, but that is class. I've not told my sons that one because I'll never hear the end of it. I also said I was going to win the lottery. Did I tell you? No, I think I said it on the business podcast. I don't know who I told. I've told somebody. Listen, I've told everybody. I've even picked the house I'm going to buy. Although I said to my son the other day, there's like, it looks as if it's on like what either has been a farm or part of the farm has been sold off to build this house. But just on the edge, at the other side of the fence from the house, there's this big puddle of marshland almost. And I said to him, I went, oh, do you know what? I says, I don't think I can buy that house. And he says, how? I says, because look at all that water there. I said, what happens if that water then goes right underground and goes into my house and wrecks my house? Oh, I can't do that. I can't. But he went, oh yeah, Mum, because that's the only reason you're not buying it, isn't it? He says, nothing to do with the fact you can't afford it. And I'm like, hey, I won the lottery. What are you talking about here? I've got the... And then I was running about the house and I'm shouting, I've got the golden ticket. Thinking I'm Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. I've got the golden ticket. Anyway, I didn't win the lottery. But in my defence, nobody did. In my defence, on my side, I don't know what I was trying to say there. So, we try again on Friday. Friday's the one, isn't it? I need some... I mean, I know yous all probably want to win the lottery as well, right? But see if any of yous don't live within the UK, so yous don't do our lottery. Can you put some positive vibes out for me, please? I'll do the same for you. Just need to ask. Put some positive vibes out so that I can win the lottery. Because I really need a house with enough bedrooms for all of us. This trying to rent a house malarkey is not working for me because there's none. There is 0 houses. There's one house that I've applied for twice because I've put it up twice. I finally bit the bullet. Is that the word? Is that the term? Yep, I think so. Aileen's losing the plot. And phoned her again. As now, bearing in mind, this is the 3rd time I've phoned this woman. And I said, can I just ask if... Well, at first, because I'm always very polite to begin with, you know. Because we can't be like... If you want the house, you can't be like being smarmy. Excuse me, do you know how many times I've been in touch with you? So I was very polite to start with. I went, hi, I'm so sorry to bother you, but I was just wondering if blah 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 was still available. And she's like, well, at the minute, yes, but I thought, of course there's a but. Like, what are you trying to take me here? You just got my hopes built up. So, but there is somebody who's supposed to be applying for it this week. And I said, okay. Clearly not me then. No, am I not on that list anymore? And she says, but we will know by the end of the week if the house is available or if that person's taken it, etc., if they've been accepted or whatever. She said, I don't know, I kind of lost interest when she told me I wasn't getting it. I mean, I know she never said that, but that's what I heard. And I said, okay. She's like, have you been in touch with us before? I went, yes, twice. And she just started laughing. And she was like, ah, right, okay, so I'll have your details then. What's your name? And she looked up my name. She went, yeah, I've got... I said, I mean, I did apply for it the first time it was up. Then I applied for it the second time it was up. Now, come on, why did you put it up a second time? Why did you not just say to me? I mean, I didn't say that to her because I don't want to get her angry. So she said that there's... I mean, like I just said, I kind of lost interest when I found out I wasn't getting it, or potentially not getting it. So she either said there's me and 3 other people, or there's me and 4 other people. I can't remember. I know there was a 3 and a 4 in there, but I can't remember if she said 3 or no, wait, 4 others, or 4 including me, or... Honestly, I don't know, because see, every time you phone, she tells you a different number. I mean, this is finally the time my number's going down. Because I started at 7, and then the next time I phoned her, there was 7 before me. How that happened, I don't know. And plus, there had already been at least one person viewed and applied to the property and then never took it or didn't get accepted, I don't know. So surely I should have went down the way, not up the way. But listen, finally went down. Although my oldest son, he's like, but you want to know why the others didn't take it? And I'm like, gonna let me get a viewing first before I start asking questions and putting it off. So my house hunting journey is not going well, to the point where I've started looking for houses to buy that I can't afford. Make that make sense? I mean, if you knew me personally, like really knew me, because obviously there's always people out there that know you, right? But there's the ones that know you. And if you know me, you'll know that that makes sense. There's an awful lot in life that doesn't make sense to many people or anybody else apart from me, and that is one of those situations. So I've currently found a house. Now, bearing in mind, I've told you all along. Hold on. Sorry, my headphones are falling off again because I've just washed my hair. So I've told you for a long 3 months, 4 months, something like that, I've been telling you I'm looking for a 3-bedroomed house. I've now found that I'm going to buy, with no money by the way, a 7-bedroom house that's nowhere near where I want to live. Well, I mean, I say nowhere near, probably like half an hour, 45-minute drive, so it's not too bad. I just don't know anybody out there, and so I've sent this link to everybody saying that I'm buying this house. I blame whoever on TikTok showed me it. So it's a 7-bedroom house, but it's not actually. Well, it is and it isn't. It's advertised as 7. Oh, I don't know if I should tell you this because you might go and buy my house. I don't care. If you go and buy my house, can you rent me 3 bedrooms, please? So it's a 7-bedroom house, right? But it's not really. It's 2 houses on the one plot. So it's a 5-bedroom house with a 2-bedroom cottage to the back. Or to the side. Not to the back. So I'm thinking, I'll take it. I mean, I don't have the money they're asking for it. If they take away a few of the zeros, quite a few of the zeros, I might be a miss out. So if they divide it by 1,000, listen, even if they divided it, wait till what that price at? Oh no, they need to divide it by 1,000. Right, so if they divide it by 1,000, I'm in with a shout. Try to see if my maths is right here. So yes, divide it by 1,000 and just think of me as a charity and I'll buy your house off you. So, moral of that story is, I is no further forward. And in actual fact, we're lucky though. Like, I know I joke and I keep saying about, oh my god, I need to get a house and blah blah blah, and I know I joke. It is a lot of joking. I mean, I'm being serious. We are very overcrowded in this house as well, and there is a lot of issues that affect our health in the house where the landlord has decided to just ignore the fact that he's been told, or they've been told, that the house should be condemned and whatever else. But we are still very lucky in the sense we've got a roof over our head, we've got food on the table, we've got gas, we've got electricity, we've got everything we need. There's people out there who don't have that, so we are lucky, and I do joke about it, but at the same time, I need a house. I need a bigger house, please, kindly, thank you. Cheers for that. Anybody that's willing to help. I don't mean help as in give, I mean help as in rent. No, yeah. Do you know what? I just think I need to win the lottery. I've came to that conclusion. Right, so here's the thing. Anybody out there that's actually won the lottery, now you can write into me. I was going to say as an accomplice. You'd be an accomplice if you want. Write into me anonymous. If you win the lottery, how long does it take to get your money? Because I'm wondering, because I keep saying to my boys, right, I'm going to win the lottery the night, whatever night I've got the lottery on, and then we can go house and car shopping tomorrow, because by the way I need a new car as well. I don't know how much longer my car's got to last, but I'm not the best with cars. But I keep saying to them, we can go car and house shopping tomorrow. Now, I know I wouldn't have the money in my bank the next day, right? How long does it actually take? Because would I have it within a month? Surely I'd have it within a month, eh? So I could basically move house. What date's it on Friday? The 14th of March. I could be in my house for Easter Sunday. Imagine. That's actually quite interesting, isn't it? I could be in my house rolling my Easter eggs on Easter Sunday, my newly bought house with my lottery winnings. Could you imagine? Listen, I used to always joke that the only way I would move out the house I'm in now, because I've been in it for so long, would be if I won the lottery. That was obviously before I started up my business and everything else, and didn't think I'd ever be able to afford to privately or whatever. So I always used to joke that the only way I could move out of this house would be, like privately at a bigger house, would be if I won the lottery. And I've said to all my neighbours, if you ever see me move house, it's because I've won the lottery. So now I'm starting to panic that they're all going to start spreading rumours that I've won the lottery and that's why I've moved. And I genuinely haven't won the lottery. I mean, I can show you all my bank accounts. There's nothing in them. So now I'm panicking. I'm going to get people chatting my door begging for money that I don't have because I've not won the lottery. I'm literally like, how do you prove you've not won the lottery? I've set myself up for an epic fail here, haven't I? Oh no. But my God, like, I don't know what to do here. This is a sticky situation. Or what if I move and I do win the lottery? So then all my neighbours know that I've won the lottery. Oh no, I've set myself up here. I might need a bodyguard. I might need some CCTV. I might need some stewards on my doors. If you're good looking and single, that would be even better. I'm joking. Am I? Don't know. I never thought this one through, did I? Because I know I'm going to win the lottery one day, and I know it's going to be a day soon. I mean, I don't, but I do. I believe in myself. I believe I can win the lottery. So, do I need to move to a different country? Do I need to go into hiding? Inconspicuous. I'll be like Inspector Gadget. Is it you? I think I've told you before about my Inspector Gadget. My ex was in the army, and I used to always take the absolute mick out of him, right? But he used to take the mick out of me as well. And I used to always tell him I wanted to be in MI5, but I wanted to be like Inspector Gadget. And I'd be like, Inspector Gadget, So, if you live outside the UK and you've never heard of Inspector Gadget, please Google it or go on YouTube. I'll give you a wee chuckle. So, Inspector Gadget, he had... Think of the wee boy, the wee Chinese boy who the Goonies, who had all these different gadgets. He just pressed a button or whatever, right? So Inspector Gadget, he had a helicopter propellers come out his hat. Did he have roller boots? Oh, he had everything. He had every gadget he needed underneath his trench coat. Now that sounds a bit dodgy, doesn't it, when you think about it? But, so, I used to always sing it to him and tell him I wanted to be an MI5 and then say Inspector Gadget style, and he'd be like, you're a pure nugget. You're an umpty. Why am I with you? I don't know. I'm so endearing. Anyway. So, maybe I need to turn into Inspector Gadget again, but without the MI5, without James Bond. Could that be a new career for me? Therapist, stroke, business coach, stroke, life coach, stroke, MI5, stroke, Inspector Gadget, stroke, what else could that be? I just got another phone call. And as soon as I said hello, they hung up. How rude. Maybe that was a lottery. Maybe the lottery was phoning me to say, we've heard you saying you're going to win, can you stop it? Because if you ever win, they'll think it's a fix. Could you imagine? Right, so let's stop the nonsense now. Listen, that was just a wee bits of daftness. So I knew I wasn't making this week's podcast too serious, because I was going to say we done 3 episodes in a row that were all kind of about the same thing, but realistically there was only 2.5, because the one in the middle, I had not much of a voice, not very much energy. There was just nothing to Aileen was game over. So I still actually get quite breathless when I'm talking. I don't know if that's normal behaviour. But I've got the doctors on Friday, so it's alright. And I'm going in with a big list. She's going to be like, oh God, I wish I never moved house. See, there's somebody else. She's moved house. And I didn't even know she was looking for us. I mean, not that she would tell me, because she's only my doctor. I only know because the receptionist said, oh, she's not getting any appointments because she's moving house. Rub it in. Do you know what I'm trying to move house, or you just try to wind me up here? Why do we always do that? Doctors, receptionists just always cop it, don't they? They're always like, doesn't matter what's went wrong in life, it's got to be a doctor's receptionist's fault. Because why wouldn't we blame them? We blame them for everything else. I don't know that I know any doctor's receptionists, so it's quite fine to blame them. I mean, it's alright, isn't it? We'll put bets on what time this guy's coming to me tomorrow. I mean, if they told me between 8 and 6, and they said the day before I would get a text, but I get the text yesterday and I'm like, how do you know 2 days before? I was told you would only know 1 day before. Although when I phoned up, right, here we go, one of Aileen's stories. When I phoned up, it sounded like a human, right? But at the same time, it sounded like a robot. So I'm sitting telling this person stroke robot, oh, have a nice day, thanks so much for your help, blah blah blah, and then I come off the phone and I'm like, sorry, that was a robot I was talking to. How can you tell the difference these days? Here's another thing, right? So 2 seconds, I need to take a drink because I've been talking too much. AI. So I was talking to somebody about this yesterday, and you're all going to have to be, in my opinion, really, really careful with this. Really wary. And I think it might be something we might need to talk about at some point, because I genuinely think it's going to be dangerous. I don't think it's been thought through properly. Says me, who knows nothing about technology, you know. But I genuinely think it's going to be dangerous, and I've already heard multiple stories of things that people have made with AI that look as if people are in certain situations, whether it be sexual or otherwise. There's been videos made of teenagers. So yeah, I think now's the point where you're going to have to be really careful what you're posting online. You're going to have to be very careful what's public. I mean, you should always be careful what's public anyway. But extra caution needs to be added. Like, anything to do with my boys, although my boys are adults now, anything to do with my boys is private. Doesn't get shown to people that don't know them. And I'm not one of these people who just keep adding everybody onto their social media. I don't. It's literally, if I've known you and I know you very well, you're added. If I don't, you don't get added. And that's just that because nope. Nobody gets near my children, regardless of how far or near. My only social media that's open is anything to do with the business or my own TikTok. But I don't put anything to do with any of my boys on TikTok. That's more just I share a lot of my business stuff on there. I just think TikTok's a bit different from other platforms, and not always a good way, but let's just say we're looking into that. But yeah, so what are we doing now that the sun's shining? It's funny how when the sun's shining, everybody starts booking holidays to go abroad to the sun. It's crazy, isn't it? Like, yeah, there is people that go on holiday in the winter, but more, I know we don't get a very good summer in the UK, I get that, I do get it. But it depends where in the UK you are. Scotland, not so much. England, you get a bit better than us. I can't comment on Ireland. I've only ever... How many times have I been to Ireland? Once? Twice? I think once. I don't know. No, I think I've only been to Ireland once. And I was steaming the full weekend, so I can't even tell you much about it. Typical Aileen in her 20s. Ridiculous behaviour. But yeah, it's crazy that the sun starts shining and everybody's like, oh, let's go and book a holiday to go to the sun. So I was talking the other day to my friend and I was saying, do you know, I actually don't think I'm going to go abroad anytime soon, because there's so many places in the UK that I want to go to that I've never been yet. So like Devon, Cornwall, north of Scotland, certain places, other places I'll be avoiding. Where else do I want to go? Quite fancy going to Wales. I think we went to Wales once, but I was only, what age would I have been? 6 I think at the time. And we were in a holiday park the full time, so didn't actually see it. So yeah, I think I'd quite like to go to Wales, parts of England. I want to go to the Lake District as well and see if it's if anybody can suggest anywhere, let me know. Dumfries, although is there really anywhere in Dumfries to go? I don't know. Well, I wouldn't know because I've never been. Well, I've passed through it, or I've stopped off to speak to somebody to do with work, but I've never actually spent any time. Where else? Gretna, minus the marriage. I want to go to places that there's some serenity, if that makes sense. Some peacefulness. Because when you go on holiday, if you're anything like me, you go on holiday to kind of relax from your everyday hustle and bustle. So if you're thinking about going on holiday, where are you thinking about going? There's places. My son wants to go back to Greece at some point, and we'll maybe do that at some point. I quite fancy taking the boys to Portugal because I love Portugal and I've never took them before. I know I've just contradicted what I've said, but they're not heat lovers. They don't really like the heat, which is another reason why we'll probably stay in the UK. I think one of my sons wants to go to Ireland, but I think he's going with his friend. I don't know if he's going this year or next year, because every year he tells me he's going next year. Yeah, I don't know. It's quite interesting, isn't it? I've thought about doing some pop-ups as well, different parts of the UK. That's still something that maybe no, don't know. I've got so much I'm adding in just now that I can't really think about adding anything in until I've accomplished what I've done so far, or what I'm planning so far, should I say. So this week was just a wee let's catch up, let's see how daft Aileen can be in the one episode. And as you can see, very. I mean, I don't mean daft as in funny haha. I mean daft as in laughing at me, not with me, probably. Do I care? Yeah. Listen, I won't change. I'll be serious when I need to be serious. When I don't need to be serious, I won't be serious. And that's just the way I've always lived my life. And it's worked for me so far. So, apart from when I went to buy a house. I'm not buying a house. Rent a house. I swear I've not won the lottery, I promise. If you look back, nobody's won the lottery the last few weeks. So, I definitely haven't. But, can you hurry it up? My sons are sick of telling me. No, my sons are sick of hearing me saying I'm going to win the lottery and I've not done it yet. And they keep saying, do you want to stop saying it and actually do it? And I'm like, I'm trying. I'm really trying. I promise I'm trying. I mean, probably not trying hard enough because I think I only buy like one ticket at a time. But that's not the point. I try. Listen, we can't be good at everything, okay? There's not much I'm good at, but I can't be good at everything. So, if anyone is struggling to win the lottery, don't ask me for advice. Because so am I. So my advice when it comes to the lottery is hope for the best if you're doing it. And just don't spend too much money. Make sure it's within your means. Like, I don't buy the lottery all the time. If I can't afford to buy the lottery one week because I'm paying it too many bills, or I'm buying Christmas, or I'm buying birthdays, or whatever else, I won't buy it. I'm a single mama. I've got to make sure there's food on the table and bills paid and everything else before I start spending money on lottery tickets that are giving me nothing back. that doesn't work as well when you're getting zero back, you know. Like, even if you paid £2 and you get a fiver back, you'd at least up £3. But when you pay £2 and you get zero back, it doesn't feel as good. Definitely not. At least when you win the fiver, you think, oh, I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. That was the Proclaimers, but I couldn't remember the bits in the middle. Yes, so if you're struggling to win the lottery and you're looking for advice, I'm the wrong person. But if you're struggling in general and you're looking for either counselling or life coaching, wellness and business coaching, or business coaching, then I can help. So you can either contact me through any of the social media pages for Reboot Your Thoughts podcast, Reboot Your Business podcast, or the Reboot Sanctuary, or you can just go onto the Reboot Sanctuary's website, which is therebootsanctuary.com, and fill out the what's the word I'm looking for? Contact me form. We do try and get back to you on the same day. Sometimes it might be within 24 hours, but we don't get back any later than 24 hours later. And we help all age groups, like especially with counselling and like your life coaching if you're looking for some positivity and how to make your future better, how to have a more productive future. Yeah, we help all age groups. If you're just about to leave school and you're looking to go to college or university or go into work and you're worrying about interviews and things like that, we can help with that as well. Anything in life we can help with except from winning the lottery. But your everyday life, if you have nowhere else, if you don't have anybody you can reach out to, if you don't have anybody you can trust, obviously the Reboot Sanctuary is private, So there is a cost there, whereas obviously if you go to the NHS, etc., there's not a cost. But the other good thing about the Reboot Sanctuary is we can offer face-to-face appointments. We can do over Zoom, we can do over the phone, and because we can do over Zoom and over the phone, we can help people worldwide, whether it be help you personally or help you and your business, help your employees. If you're in business and you're looking to set up a wellness package for your employees, we can help with that. Because obviously, if you've got employees and they're having to take time off because they're struggling with their mental health, but then if it is the NHS and there's these big long waiting lists for like a year, 2 years, 3 years, etc., depending on what it is you're going to see them about, then you don't want your employees to be off for a prolonged length of time, not just for your business but also for them, because it's not healthy for them. For one, it doesn't help their mental health in any way. Actually, it can have the opposite effect. It can make their mental health worse because they're stuck in the house. They're then not getting the income, which means they start worrying about bills, and it's a domino effect. Everything else starts getting affected. So if you put a wellness program in place for your employees, then everybody's going to gain. If you're struggling with anything else to do with employees, like get them to work as you want them to work, how you would like them to work, if they're losing their oomph, their spark, we can help with that. If you're struggling in yourself as a person, then we would look to see what's best for you. Is it counselling? Is it life coaching? So anybody we can help, personally, business, work, etc. We can do any age. We can have individual sessions, group sessions, couple sessions, family sessions, and also workplace sessions. So if you are struggling with anything, then please do not let it go on for too long. Don't let it spiral. Reach out, and even if you're only reaching out to ask a question or ask where I can point you in the right direction because you maybe don't want to take the private option at the minute, that's fine. We'll help you. I'd rather see you get the right help than get no help at all. So yes. So Aileen is going to try and educate herself about the difference between buying and selling, but no, buying and renting a house, because somehow she's managed to convince herself she's buying a house with no money, and what she actually needs to do is find a house to rent. I mean, I did show my sons the 700 bedroom house, the 7-bedroom house, and my oldest turned, well, I told you what the youngest said to me. He was like, oh, because that's the only reason you're not buying it, nothing to do with you've not got the money. And then my oldest turned around and he was like, what are you showing me this for? Do you want to show me a house that we can actually rent, that we can actually afford? Aye, alright, calm down, boys. Let your mum live in hope. So yes, anybody looking for support or anything, contact myself. Like I said, you can get me on any social medias, or you can fill out the contact me form on the website. If you would like to advertise your business on the podcast, you can do that. If you would like to sponsor the podcast, we can do that. We can put some packages to you and let you choose. If you would like to come on as a guest or would like me to tell a story, then everybody just write in with what you want us to talk about. If you've got a topic suggestion, please don't come on and tell me you've won the lottery. Well, actually, yeah, come on and tell me you've won the lottery. Tell me how you done it. Give us all an idea. Yeah, if you're a lottery winner, as long as you're not, well, you can still be anonymous if you want to come on here and be anonymous. If you're do you know what? If you're a lottery winner, come on and tell us. Tell us the good stories and the bad stories though, because we don't want it to be kind of false information, fake news, as Mr. Orange Face would say. Can't say his name. That's a shout, by the way. So if you're a lottery winner, come on and tell us. Because it'd be good that if anybody that is listening did win the lottery, or if I won the lottery, me, and moi, Aileen, and tell us what we need to be careful of. I have seen people on telly talking about lottery and saying about how they still play the lottery. I think that's mad. I think that's crazy. Because would you win more than once? Don't know. It depends on your luck. So, I hope I've gave you all some, what's the word? Something to giggle about today. Definitely my brain hasn't worked, has it? Oh, right, so I'll tell you. I think we might get back into swinging season. Bedding was out yesterday, but it was the wrong bedding. So I knew yesterday, because I said to my son, oh, what day is it? And he's like, Tuesday. And I went, nah, it doesn't happen on a Tuesday. It's only normally a Thursday, a Saturday or a Sunday, but it's normally a Thursday or a Sunday. I says, it can't happen tonight. I says, plus it's not the right bedding. And I was right. It wasn't the right bedding. There was no swinging party last night. I'm telling you, I know what bedding it is. So see, the next time that particular bedding goes out, I'll let you know. And I'll let you know if they got up to mischief next door. Although my neighbour did say to me, Aileen, I seen her the day and she's been smiling. And I've never seen her smile before. She says, obviously the swinging parties are working for us. I've not got everybody saying they're having swinging parties. It's funny. It's actually hilarious. God love them, that's a shame. They don't even know I'm saying it to them. I'm not saying it to them, saying it about them. So yes, if anybody would like to book in or give us a suggestion for an episode, anything at all, then, in fact, you know what, if anybody has been to college and university and would like to come on and give the ones that are going to start this summer a few tips and tricks how to kind of start them off, what to look forward to, what to avoid, all these different things, come on and have a wee chat. We can do it over Zoom, we can do it in person, we can do it whatever way you want, or you can just write in and tell me. But yes, I'm going to go because I need to edit this, and I'm sure there's a lot that Aileen said on here that is probably not for the public hearing, and I'll need to take it out before I get in trouble, as usual, from somebody. Don't know who, but I'm sure somebody will get me in trouble for something. It's usually Danielle or Helen. So yes, try and enjoy the sunshine while we've got it. Try and find something positive to do. See if you can go out in the outdoors. Stay outdoors doing stuff, whether it be walk. Stay away from sheep, but these sheep are dangerous. I'm telling you, they chase you. Don't go up a hill with a sheep to roll your eggs, because the last time I done that, I get chased by one and I've never been again. Yes, try and do some outdoorsy stuff while it's nice, because like I said, we don't get the good weather that often, and make the most of it. I wanted to go out a walk today with my son, but he's got a migraine, so that never happened. Although I did manage to get him to come down to the shops with me, which that was a bonus, because he doesn't normally just says, no, you're alright. So yes, I will try and do some outdoorsy stuff. I might even try and record a couple of episodes outdoors. Let's hope there's no sheep near. And then we'll have a wee think about what's coming next. And some songs for you, because I've not really sang very much, have I? I mean, I sang Inspector Gadget and I sang The Proclaimers, although I forgot half the words. But yeah, if you don't know who Inspector Gadget is, go and have a wee look. Look on Google or look on YouTube. You're probably better looking on YouTube, because you'll actually get to get the full effect. That's what Aileen wants to be when she grows up. Sass. Anyway, this was just a wee chilled, light-hearted check-in, have a wee laugh episode, because laughter is key. Laughter always makes things a bit better, even in that, if it's just in that moment. And especially if you're laughing at me being a bit blonde, shall we say. And hopefully by next week I might have an update about either the lottery or my housing situation. Probably not, but let's live in hope. Ta-da! Anyhow, go enjoy your week, enjoy the sunshine, look out for each other, be mindful, be kind, and take care. And I'll speak to you all soon. Bye bye.